All right, it's a beautiful day. Kids are outside playing. And look what I found moving stuff around in my garage. Found another one of these slates. I do have an image on the background. I'm gonna set up my table there. I'm gonna give this a quick sand. I'm gonna show you guys real quick just how I'm sanding it, what I'm doing here, little bit more in depth. Maybe I'll do. I just put it up on Etsy, so I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll do the angel eye, or I have some other art that I've been looking at that I think would look amazing on this too. So, yeah, let's check this out. All right, I'm all set up. I got this super handy DeWalt table that actually folds right into itself by one push of a button, and the legs will fold right back into itself, and it's super sturdy, great work table. So I have found this slate, getting the bikes out for my kids. I have a little bit of protection underneath. I always use some of that foam. I'm gonna use the same sponge. It's a medium grade sponge, and I'm simply gonna go right ahead, and I'm gonna do it in a circular motion, as most time you should. I'm gonna kind of go with the grain. I'm gonna go also against the grain. I'm gonna go everywhere. I'm gonna go on a 45. The thing of what we're doing here is you're trying to make this as smooth and as flat as possible. Just like any surface, the smoother, the flatter, the more consistent. Like if this is just a flat, consistent black, which is what we're gonna do, the canyon black, that's what we're trying to achieve. Then you have this beautiful blank canvas, dark canvas, and then we're gonna put our 3D image on that. So you can use a power tool, but you know, sanding sponge is pretty cheap and easy to hold on to. You can see there, I'm probably shaking the camera pretty good too. I'm gonna go around a bunch, I'm gonna spin it a little bit that way. What I wanna see and feel is I don't wanna see any ridges no more. I mean, the more smooth and flat you get this, the better the outcome's gonna be. So it's always about the prepping your slate, then after that cleaning it, and then making sure you get a nice consistent 2 coats of the satin black, letting that dry, and then preparing your image. All right, I'm gonna sand it like. All right, it definitely gets dusty, so I've been going at it here for a little bit. This one seems to have a little bit deeper ridges, but that's fine. I'm gonna clean it off. You can see all the dust. That's why I have it outside of my garage here right now. Lots of dust. So yeah, I'm going around and I'm gonna clean this up. So now I'm gonna take some clean water. I'm gonna clean that off, and then I'm gonna set it up. That's why we're doing 2 coats of satin. See if we can get that even nice and flat so you won't even notice that. Honestly, the ridges, there's not much left there. All right, you can see how clean that is after the washing, how nice and clean and smooth that looks anyway. So yeah, you're definitely gonna want to make sure it's nice and clean, no dust on it. Probably gonna send a little bit more water across that. Then I'm gonna take it over here. I'm outside, got a little spot I just spray on some old wood, and it's got some good temperatures today. It should dry fairly quick, and then later on I'll put some amazing art on there. I'll show you how I spray that on. All right, once it's all dry, you're gonna grab your satin canyon black Rust-Oleum, make sure it's good shaken up and all that. You're gonna stand back, good amount here, the recommended amount, and then you're gonna spray. I like to go with the motion first, then I might go across. Okay, and then I can do it like this. Okay, that's the first coat. Gonna let that dry, and then we're gonna hit it with a second coat. All right, we're looking good on the first coat. I'm gonna go right ahead and I'm gonna coat this a second time now. Now I'm noticing this one definitely still has a little bit more ridges, but we'll see. Comparison to when it's all said and done to the 2 of them. Going a little bit thicker there to see if I can eliminate that. Now we just let it set. Then we're gonna take it over to the honeycomb bed. All right, and the slate is nice and dry now. So I've gone ahead and I've placed it on the bed here, the honeycomb bed, and I've squared it all up. What you can do is you can measure right from the inside, like right in here. and then right off your wall here. That'll square everything up, and you can see I have it placed on top of the clips because I have an image on the other side. I need to clean my honeycomb bed, so I'm leaving that as a little spacer. This also works elevating to keep flashback. I need to get another set so I can elevate. I like it because it's metal flat, they stick. It's great for that. So eliminating scratching, which I don't think it'll happen anyway. This is the reason for doing it. And then having a second set to hold it in place, right? So you could use that to elevate it. No flashback when it comes to like cutting, doing mirrors and stuff like that. Definitely recommend that. And the pop socket trick, definitely going to recommend that one. So once you have that already positioned, squared up, you're going to put that to where you want it to touch down for your, oh yeah, I just turned this on, so I'm going to have to connect it. So yeah, wherever the crosshair is touching, showing, is where it's going to touch down, so you know that, so it doesn't, so you don't miss. Or if you want to put it at a certain point, so that's going to go ahead and do that. That's already, you should always kind of like start with that. Now with the eye, I've already gone ahead and inverted the image. That's another trick. If you didn't see, if you know the original image, so there's the original one. Okay, so you're going to invert that when it comes to doing materials that are dark, right? You should always invert your images when it's material. Even the slate alone, you should invert your image when it comes to when it comes to the art like that, the black and white art like that. So that's already inverted, ready to go. And I've done the sharpness inside the app. So I've messed with the sharpness within the app. So I'm gonna get it ready here. Okay, so now the next thing you're gonna want to do is mark the processing area. So you're gonna go right ahead and do that like normal. Now for this, as always, for these, okay, now for this one, I always like to finish up there so I got a chance to wipe it down, blow any dust off as needed. Now to make sure, I like to go a little bit slightly bigger. I'd rather the project, I don't want anything to miss. So you can see how the crosshair just comes onto there. If I was going to be right on the corner, and I'm going to just make that go over the side. So when I see that right going over the side of each one, I'm going to probably going to shut the camera off, but I want it to go just past. I don't want it to look like an imperfection. I want to be completely covered. All right, we have the area marked out now. So I'm going to go right ahead and I'm going to resize this. If you know the measurements, you can go right ahead and punch that in up here. I think last time it was something like 6.85. And that'll give me just enough. I want to be, like I said, I want to be slightly larger, and that's what I have there, slightly bigger. Once you have the crosshairs, then you know you're good. Now the settings, I've gone ahead and I've used raw coaster settings from Creative Space, and now I've toned it back a little bit. So this time I'm going to do a little bit less. I'm going to see if I can bring out even more details. Last time I think I did like, I'm going to slow it down even more lines per centimeter. I just want to see if I can pull even more detail by slowing it down even a little bit more. I'm not going to back off the power. Normally the power is at like 40 faster. Definitely not as many lines per centimeter. So we're going to try that. That's going to make it take a lot more time. Yeah, that's why these are taking like an hour, because especially when I'm hitting that lines per centimeter and slowing it down like that, and it's a fair size piece of slate here, so that all them factors do add up here. So once you have that already and you're happy with everything and you're confident that you have that set up, but you like the way you want, you're ready to go, you can simply press process next. It's going to take a minute there. These files do take a minute to loading. All right, so again, if you weren't a fan, if you love the eye art but you weren't a fan of the skull, here's the angel of my eye, and this is up on Etsy. There's 2 skulls and 2 angels. They're slightly different. So yeah, that's up there on my Etsy, ready to go. And so now that I've slowed that down and put a little bit more lines per centimeter, it's actually going to take 1 hour and 23 minutes. But I'm hoping to bring out even more results. So you can see there's even a little bit more detail, a little bit more. There's not as much in the eye as per there and stuff like that, but I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. And I do love the angel in the eye. So that's good. It's ready to go. We're gonna click start, and that's gonna take a few minutes to send the file over to process. And you're gonna need your lid closed. It's gonna tell you to anyway. Then you're gonna have to start that all over if you don't have it closed. So don't forget to close your. All right, we're ready to go. Just like that. Hit the button. Oh, I meant to wipe the inside of it down to get a better view as we're going. I should almost lift the lid right now and pause it, and I could do that. Maybe I should. You can see there it's gonna start that it looked like it's missing there for a minute. That's fine again, and I could get it right on, but I'd rather go a slight bit more and just make sure that I'm gonna get every bit of this top so that it can look like nothing's missing. It's gonna look so good and clean. And I might take a minute to pause it now and clean up my lid so you can see better as it goes. All right, I gave it a quick wipe off, and I close the lid, resume, and away we go again. So yes, you can do that. You can even open the lid, but I do suggest just clicking pause, then opening the lid. But that is a great safety feature. Like if your kids come mess around, you lift it up, it's gonna stop, pause, and then you can simply close and resume. You'll just have to do that from the screen. And so now I'm gonna check this about halfway here or so. Angel in my eye, or angel of my eye. All right, we're halfway. Angel of my eye is now there. Should have came out a little bit earlier. Kids are going nuts as always. It's beautiful. Just wait because I have to clean it up. That's taken away a little bit from it. Looks like a little bit more lines per centimeter, slowing it, you know, that slows it down a little bit more. Looks like I'll be able to get even more detail because look, you can see how well I can see the angel through the screen, the protective, and it hasn't even been cleaned off yet. So beautiful. All right, it's all done. Now it's time to open this up and take a look. There you have. I believe that slowing it down that little bit more brought out even more detail. This one did have a little bit more white on this side of the eye, but wow, so impressed. Just wait till I clean that off. All right, I'm just using some spring water in my Yeti, and you're gonna have, see there it comes off. I'm just using the water. After, I'm gonna use a clean rag, and then I'm gonna wipe it off. You just want to clean everything off. You're gonna, the more you clean it off, the more detail you're gonna reveal, and that's gonna pop even more. So yeah, just a little bit of cleanup here, dry off, and we'll set that up, get the final look. But wow, am I super happy with that results. All right, I just finished cleaning and wiping that off, and you can see how much more detail and more vibrant that is now. Wow. Again, I think I got even more on this one as I slowed it down, put a little bit more time into it. This file might have been a little bit more detailed too. We're going to put them side by side and we're going to compare. Again, if the skull was a little bit too much for you, well, the angel of my eye hopefully isn't. And it shouldn't be, as it's beautiful. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the project, hope you enjoyed the video. I'm gonna set them up side by side. All right, so do you have the devil in your eyes, or the angel in your eyes. Turned out great. Definitely want to clean it off. Took a few rinsing and stuff like that. They look amazing. That one seems to have a little bit more darkness and shine to it. We'll see how that one, you know, after it settles a little bit more. I don't know. It looks amazing though, both of them. I don't know what it is. There just seems to be a little bit more. What do you think? Which one do you like better? Do you like the skull? Do you like the angel? In the Etsy bundle, I put 2 versions of skull, 2 versions of angel, and I think you guys will enjoy them. We love to see your results, and yeah, I'm super happy with this. They look amazing. I know that some of you didn't like the skull. Definitely put an angel. Might even put some more in there. These turn out great. I do need to get some more, and as always, I hope you enjoy the project. Please hit like and subscribe, and keep your lasers focused, and stay creative.